Hello and welcome. Today we will take a look at some of the most stupid decisions and plans Hitler made during the Second World War. From strategic blunders to questionable military moves, Hitler's decisions often led to devastating consequences for Germany. We'll break down some of the most infamous mistakes, analyzing how these miscalculations contributed to the downfall of the Nazis. So, let's start with top 5. In June 1941, Adolf Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of the Soviet Union. The plan was to defeat the Soviet Union quickly and take control of its land and resources. But the timing of the attack turned out to be one of Hitler's biggest mistakes. Operation Barbarossa began on June 22, 1941, which left only a few months before the harsh Russian winter. Hitler believed his army could defeat the Soviets in just a few weeks, but the fighting took much longer than expected. As the Germans pushed deeper into the Soviet Union, winter arrived, and the freezing temperatures made everything harder. While the German army struggled, the Soviet soldiers were much better prepared for the cold. They had proper winter clothing and knew how to fight in snow and freezing conditions. The Soviets also used the time to regroup and launch counterattacks. The most important battles, like the Battle of Moscow, were won by the Soviets and the German advance was stopped. Now top 4. One of the biggest reasons Hitler lost World War II was because he refused to listen to his generals. Instead of trusting his experienced military leaders, he often made decisions based on his own instincts, even when it was clear he was wrong. For example, during important battles like Stalingrad and Kursk, Hitler didn't let his generals make the decisions. When his generals suggested retreating or changing strategy to save soldiers, Hitler refused. He insisted on holding positions, even when it was clear they couldn't win. This led to massive losses. Hitler also often ignored advice on where to focus attacks. His generals knew that Germany couldn't fight wars on multiple fronts, but Hitler kept pushing on both the eastern and western fronts, spreading his army too thin. This poor decision-making hurt Germany's war effort. By refusing to listen to his generals, Hitler made the war harder for Germany and contributed to his ultimate defeat. Now, top 3. During World War II, Hitler built the Atlantic Wall, a massive line of defenses along Europe's western coast. It stretched from Norway to France and was meant to stop an Allied invasion. The wall had bunkers, guns, mines, and obstacles, but it turned out to be a huge failure. The main problem was poor planning. Hitler thought the Allies would attack near Calais, the shortest distance to England, so he made the defenses strongest there. But the Allies tricked him and attacked in Normandy, where the defenses were weaker. Many parts of the wall were also unfinished when the invasion happened. On D-Day, June 6, 1944, the Allies broke through the Atlantic Wall in just one day. Despite all the time, money, and resources spent on it, the wall couldn't stop them. The Atlantic Wall is a good example of Hitler's overconfidence. He believed it would protect Europe, but it ended up being a waste of effort. Now top 2. Unlike the other subjects on this tier list, Hitler didn't actually do this next thing, but was planning about it. During World War II, there were rumors that Adolf Hitler had a plan to assassinate the Pope. This idea is often called Operation Pope Kill, though no solid proof has ever been found. Some historians believe it was a real plan, so Hitler thought that he was some sort of over-god in the hierarchy, while others think it might just be a rumor. Hitler didn't trust the Catholic Church or Pope Pius XII. The Pope was seen as a moral authority and had influence over millions of people. Even though the Vatican stayed officially neutral during the war, the Pope quietly helped Jews escape from the Nazis and spoke out against their actions in subtle ways. This made Hitler view him as an enemy. It's said that Hitler ordered his men to prepare an attack on the Vatican. The goal was to kidnap or kill the Pope and take control of the Catholic Church. Some stories say that SS leader Heinrich Himmler and other top Nazis discussed these ideas, and General Karl Wolff, a high-ranking officer, later claimed he was told to organize it. Now, top 1 of the tier list. One of Hitler's most horrific and dumbest plans was the Holocaust, the mass murder of 6 million Jews, along with millions of others, including Romani people, disabled individuals, and political enemies. This wasn't just a terrible crime. It was a massive waste of resources and manpower during a time of war. Instead of focusing on the war effort, Hitler spent huge amounts of money, time and soldiers to carry out the genocide. The Nazis built concentration camps, created death squads, and used gas chambers to kill innocent people. This plan didn't just hurt the victims, it hurt Germany too. The resources spent on carrying out the Holocaust could have been used for weapons or to strengthen the German army. It also united the world against Hitler, leading to his eventual defeat. The Holocaust remains one of the darkest chapters in history and is remembered as one of Hitler's most evil and pointless plans. That was all we had for today. If you found this video interesting, please consider subscribing or liking the video. Thank you for watching.